You see, goals are really important because goals give us a direction. Goals help us focus on what's really important. The sad thing is the majority of Americans, they don't have goals. Okay, and yet you think about Americans and we constantly think that we're these driven individuals, and yet we have to ask, what are we driving towards? And we're going to talk about some of the statistics here, but the reality is, it's like we go and we get in a car and we've been planning and we're so excited. We've got a road trip and we're going to go visit our friend that lives 1,300 miles away, and we're all excited, and we get in our car and we start the car and we start driving. We go to our other friend's house that we're picking up locally because we're going to make it this cool, fun road trip, and they get in the car and our friend says, "Look, man, I brought this awesome mix on my iPod. I made it just for this road trip. Let's get going." And we get out on the interstate, but before we get out on the interstate, we realize, oh, we got to stop and we got to get some gas. So we stop and we get some gas, and then we start driving. And about 15 minutes down the road, my friend looks at me and says, "Oh, I need to go to the bathroom." And so we pull over, we stop at the gas station, they go to the bathroom, we get back on the road, and we start driving. I'm saying, "You know what? I'm actually kind of thirsty. You got anything to drink?" And they say, "I didn't pack anything to drink. Did you pack anything to drink?" I say, "No, I didn't pack anything to drink." So boom, we pull over again, we stop and we get some drinks, and then we start going again. And then a little bit later, all of a sudden, we hear do-do, 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 and our engine's like sputtering. We're like, what's going on? And so all of a sudden we realize, my friend says to me, "Did you forget to get your oil change?" Or, I mean, that's what it sounds like. The car's overheating maybe. So we had to stop, and then we realized steam's coming out of the engine. The car's overheated. We haven't filled it up with antifreeze. So we go to the gas station. We get it towed back. We get the antifreeze put in. And now we're ready. We're ready to jam it out. The iPod turns on, and it's blaring. It's blaring. And we start singing our favorite song together. We're kind of doing a little car dance. And then we realize, hey, when we get up to the following interstate, which road are we supposed to take? I mean, we're coming up to the bypass. Which one are we supposed to? We forgot a map. We forgot the plan. Majority of Americans, they have wishes. They have dreams. They have things they want. But they never turn those things that they want into goals. And you see, there's a difference between I hope I get to my friend's house that lives 1,300 miles away, and a goal. I plan on being at my friend's house this coming Saturday. This is the way that I'm going to achieve it. Goals are very specific, okay? They're measurable, they're attainable, they're realistic, they're timely, but they also have action steps that help us get to this. Had I sat down and treated this road trip like something that was a big deal, I would have remembered, let's get the car checkup before we go, the oil change, make sure all the fluids are there, make sure the tires are in good shape. Fill up my gas tank the night before. Plan to say, okay, me and my friend, let's communicate. Who's going to pack this? Who's going to bring the food? Do we want to stop and go out to eat for our food, or do we want to get our food? Because you see, before this road trip ever even started, an hour plus was wasted on things that should have been done ahead of time. But they had no plan. They had no action steps on how to achieve the plan. And guess what? These people aren't likely to achieve the plan. Now, it's fun to sometimes just go on a road trip and say, "God, wherever you want to take me, I'm going." Because I have done those type of trips before. And I tell you what, not knowing exactly where I was going, not knowing where I was spending the night, that was fun. And it was a pilgrimage for me. But the reality is we can't treat our lives like that. We need to know where we want to go. And we need to have a plan. I meet people and sometimes they tell me this or that is their plan, their goal. And then I ask them, have you written it down? Have you worked it out? What did you do today to achieve your life goal? Well, nothing. If that's your life goal, why doesn't every single day point towards your life goal? So we're going to look at what are the things that we should be doing. And then I'm actually going to break out into some small groups so you guys can work on your goals individually, but then your group can help you form it so you have that action plan that you needed, okay? Let's begin.